What's up, people? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk, the rehashing of some old news out there. If you guys remember way back in the day, and I'm not trying to do this in a derogatory manner towards either side of this story, but it was a big story when it first broke out several months ago, guys, that being Nadeshot versus Nickmercs. If you guys do remember the controversy of Nickmercs obviously leaving 100 Thieves eventually to join FaZe Clan amidst some mispromises by what Nadeshot did propose to him. That deal has been reconfirmed several times as supposedly what was 5% equity inside the 100 Thieves brand. Nickmercs later confirming as well that they had once approached him with that 5% offer, or Nadeshot did, and then later approached him with investors and a contract which had substantially less equity in the company. So eventually leading to his absence from 100 Thieves and joining a FaZe Clan. And amidst that, guys, kind of rehashed now by a TechCrunch interview. The same interview by Scooter Braun, a 100 Thieves investor, alongside Nadeshot and a TechCrunch host. We talked about this last week, which brought up some great talking points, one of which was 100 Thieves possibly actually avoiding signing Tfue for a sketchy past. We had a great debate about that, but also brought back up was this Nickmercs and Nadeshot controversy. And I thought very peculiar because I've always talked about, respectable business manner that Scooter Braun does have. Very, very well spoken. And I think one of the better clips, he's actually defended Nadeshot on the Nickmercs deal. So listen on this. You guys can give your thoughts and response down below as well. Here is Scooter Braun defending Nadeshot on the Nickmercs 5% deal.
Well, and the other side of that, I'm sure you're familiar with Nickmercs. He was on 100 Thieves for a long time. He just signed exclusively with Twitch, and he left 100 Thieves rather abruptly.
Yep.
And signed with FaZe Clan. And the rumor was that he was promised 5% of 100 Thieves. You're at a $160 million valuation now, so that's a pretty penny.
Absolutely.
Is that what happened?
It's a very delicate and intricate situation that I promise you that I cannot explain on this stage in this time.
That's fine.
I respect Nickmercs.
I'm going to do this for you because you've been kind about it the whole time, and I'm not. I've had people defend me in the past on stuff. Matt never broke his word on anything that he did. You know, I think sometimes people use their platform in this world to say whatever they want to say as long as they have an audience to say it to. And those things are not always based on fact. And he had a right to come out and tell the truth, and he decided to take the high road, which he'll continue to do on this stage, and I think more people should take that approach. But he doesn't need, I'm going to step up and say, you don't need to defend yourself. I appreciate the question, you have to ask it. But you don't need to defend yourself for something you never did anything wrong. We think he'll go on and have a great career, and Nick's a good guy, and he should go out and have it. But some of the things that were said publicly that Matt never responded to, I was proud that he didn't respond because he did the right thing, and he let the organization speak for itself. And one of the things I get frustrated about when I hear that stuff is we're living in this society where we don't have to worry about fact. People can literally say anything they want, including our president, as long as he has an audience to say it to. And I think we need to get back to a place where we actually hold people accountable to what they're saying and actually not just allow them to say anything that they want at every different time. So you don't have to defend yourself. You're a good guy. You run a great organization. And that one hiccup happened, and I think the way he handled himself by staying silent, wishing Nick the best of luck, and then running the organization in a great way was a testament to the type of leader that you wanted at an organization.
And ultimately, after all of that, we're just left questioning, what was not said by Nadeshot, right? Obviously, many figures out there, including Scooter, actually respected Nadeshot's decision not to come forth and actually talk more about this and re-bring up all this drama and maybe talk down about Nick about potentially lying about things. But the more that Scooter said that Nadeshot had left some details out, it made me curious as to what the actual deal was, what the actual scene was, because they're kind of implying that Nickmercs was lying about this 5% offer, or maybe the way it did come about. Either way, though, we're all left kind of in awe of the situation. I do respect Nadeshot's silence about this, but I'm curious if Nickmercs will respond about this even further and kind of back up his own statements. And then very lastly, it does bring up some older stuff out there. The fact is, we kind of think about, Nickmercs was apparently offered equity, eventually did leave for FaZe Clan. We actually had Nadeshot way back in the day. He was given equity inside Optic Gaming. If you guys don't remember the story about this, I believe it was back 2014 or 2015 where he was given that equity via Hector Rodriguez and eventually left to start 100 Thieves in itself. So kind of ironic full circle of offering equity and offering ownership. Nadeshot declined that same deal, or actually kind of went away from that same deal to start 100 Thieves, and now we have this controversy, which we might never know the full story about. Either way, though, we do have a 100 Thieves investor. Obviously, a few of you guys out there might think he's a bit biased in his defense of Nadeshot, but I would say a very well-spoken defense, and the true full details of the Nickmercs 5% 100 100 Thieves deal? We may never know. As of right now, the evaluation of 100 Thieves sits at right around $160 million. Until next time, guys, my name is Jake, breaking down esports and gaming news here every single day. Thank you all for the great support, all the great comments as of late. I hope you guys all have enjoyed the esports debate here on the show. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye.